I'm Dr. Benjamin Shadle, and I'm a bariatric surgeon. I attended medical school at The Ohio State University. I trained in residency at Santa Barbara Cottage Hospital, and I did my fellowship specialty training in minimally invasive and bariatric surgery at UC San Francisco, Fresno. So I went through my surgical training for 5 years as a general surgeon, and coming out of training, I realized that the best minimally invasive surgeons that I knew were the bariatric surgeons. So I decided to do a year of bariatric surgery training so I could become what I thought would be an excellent general surgeon that could have great minimally invasive skills. Little did I know, in the year that I spent my fellowship training, I would fall in love with that field and see how inspiring it was for the patients to get this 45-minute surgery where they would come out of the hospital in a day and their whole lives would change. They would come back in a month or two and just have a glow about them. It was hard to go through a whole day without a patient coming up and hugging us and saying, "Thank you for giving my life back." And I decided that's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So when I'm not at work, my most favorite thing is to be at home with my family, because they're my base, they're my reason for everything else that I do in life. Next to that, I really love being outside. I draw inspiration and power from being out in nature. I really enjoy watching things grow, and so I've kind of turned into an amateur farmer in my backyard. As anyone will know, that we try to push tomatoes off on. One of the benefits of that hobby of gardening is the family time that we get to spend together. Our kids just love going outside and picking in the garden. They beg us basically after dinner to go outside and spend some time picking cherry tomatoes or picking peaches in the orchard. And that's one of the things I enjoy most in my free time outside of the hospital. My wife is a great inspiration to me for her example of communication, for looking after other people, for unconditional love. When I think about the people who inspired me in my life, I have a hard time choosing just one or two people. Obviously, my parents have been a great inspiration in my life. They taught me work ethic, to learn, the joy of learning. They taught me that when somebody needs help, you help them. And of course, during surgical training, I had many, many mentors who taught me how to care for the patients in the right way, how to do complex surgical procedures through tiny, tiny incisions. And that showed me things that I didn't think were possible that could be done. As I go about my work in the operating room or on the patient floors, I still hear their voices in my mind urging me to be the best surgeon that I can possibly be. I guess if I would describe my philosophy of care, I try to be in the moment with the patient. I try to really put myself in their perspective, and when they're describing their difficulties or problems to me, I try to, instead of treating the patient as a checklist or something I need to get through to get to the next patient, for those 15-20 minutes, just be in the room with the patient. And a lot of times I'll try to imagine my patients as family members, because it really helps me to put things in perspective. They are someone's mother, they're somebody's brother, somebody's uncle, and I want to provide the same type of care for them as I would for my own family members.